Hey guys, I'm back with another market update, so let's get started. So Sword and Shield, the main difference is that Silver Tempest is finally picking up. That's Paldea Fusion. Yeah, so I'm seeing a couple of things. Demand for the last few days has been higher. Yesterday was particularly high at 11 boxes. But you see this little gradual progression and the prices are starting to go up. I have not seen Silver Tempest at 245 of $15 since a while now. 245 was around the 17th, and the highest I've seen it in general has been 250 on the 14th. So it's been a while, and yeah, it's not too far from the high. So we might finally be seeing some signs of recovery. Fusion Strike as well. It didn't really increase the price at all, but I've been the graph is starting to steady out a bit, and there was 5 boxes sold yesterday, which is more than normal. And there's been consistent demand every day for the last um, a week and a half to 2 weeks. So we might start seeing some shifts back of Fusion Strike. And Silver Tempest is moving, and Silver Tempest is sort of I guess, a logical buy. It has one of the alt arts like Lugia, so it definitely has a chase and it has value in the future. Something like that, even Astral Radiance is like sort of a also middle tier set. It doesn't have like something people want to pull. So yeah, we might be starting to see some movement in Silver Tempest in the future. And then minor things, Lost Origin and Avoidance Guys just decreased a few dollars. Not a big deal. For Scarlet and Violet, price wise, nothing really changed. But I want to look at the supply of things. So, or demand. Paldea had a spike of demand of 40 boxes yesterday, and normally it's around 10, 10 to 15 boxes. Yesterday was 20, and yeah, we're starting to see some of the last 194 boxes from the heavy tech and some other seller. I forgot. There's some other 194 boxes listed below it though. Um, so there's still a bunch of boxes out there. But yeah, there was a surge of demand of Paldea yesterday. Um, I want to see. There's 4 boxes here. Like there were some boxes that some sales that had a couple more than just one boxes. I guess this person over here bought 9. But other than that, it looks kind of normal. I guess some people wanted to invest in Paldea. Paldea is a pretty good set to invest in long term. We don't really expect booster box reprints. I've seen some, I think, booster bundle restocks at some places like every now and then. But booster boxes, yeah, I don't really see anyone getting more of those. So yeah, it's one of the best sets of Scarlet Violet. It just makes sense as a chase card. So it'll do well. Probably something like a Lost Origin sort of thing. Maybe Fusion Strike, but it definitely has similarities to Lost Origin with like the one chase card. Um, and then Paradox I have here because yeah, there was a 20 boxes sold yesterday, and I've been saying that like it's been kind of consistent. When I go down, see, so obviously this can always change because people can just lower their prices, but it's been like at this 154 price for a while. Uh, let's move this over. Yeah, how long has Paradox been here? So it's been in the 150s for a while, and I'll just count that as 150. There's 155 here, and then so 140, 148 to the 150s. Before that, so the change mainly happened on the January 20th, and there were some times I hit like 150 before that, but we might be seeing some movement on that. I just mostly just like to try to get ahead of these things. I look down at the boxes. I see 2 boxes for 155, and then 1 box for uh, like 156.5, and you get to 148. So no, 148, like, and also once you get past these 140 boxes, you get to 161. So yeah, it's possible that people just keep lowballing each other and they don't raise the price. But with the amount of demand, so like If it is 10 per day, 10 to 15, 10 to 20 a day, then this is one, two, three, four, five, like five boxes. So I expect like if the sales continue the way they go, it's gonna sell out pretty soon of these lower box items, and it'll go to like 160. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. And then Temporal Forces also had like it's been pretty steady, but like it sold 10 yesterday, which is I guess more than average. Um, it only has 84 boxes. Oh, I think what I wanted to look at was yeah, after these six boxes sold off from Bolt the Bird, you get to 181 all of a sudden. Um, Temporal's not sold out yet on Pokemon Center, so even if it reaches 181, it might just go back down. But yeah, people are anticipating things like Shroud Fable just sold out recently, and without knowing the exact stock numbers, we don't really know exactly how many of these are selling. But yeah, like I expect Stellar Crown and Battle Style to sell it soon. Temporal had a lot more, but it's possible. Actually, let me just check real quick. So Pokemon Center, for by the way, when I actually get the numbers, they don't actually um, order the best selling correctly. At least by the last day, so I don't know exactly how they order it. But yeah, Shroud Fable. I estimated was like about like 1,300 boxes a day at some point, and then yeah, Battle Styles is running out soon. And maybe I should just make a separate video on this. Southern Crown and Temple Forces, but this order isn't like absolute or anything. Um, but it is kind of relative. Like Astral Radiance, I actually do think Shroud Fable is selling faster than Astral Radiance actually, based on my calculations. All right. Anyway, so yeah, but look over Temporal Forces and Surging Sparks about the same. I didn't put this lower dollar one because it was like someone one sale 0% feedback, and after that you got back to normal price. All right, Crown Zenith. So I'm gonna call this sort of the scalper effects. It's a little clickbaity, but yeah, I think it really is a natural effect, and it might be like common sense for people, but like since I'm actually looking at like the data every day, I'm starting to see it more clearly. So I was seeing that Crown Zenith prices would go back up relatively, like they keep going back up, but they rarely ever cross like $7. Um, but they do like they'll go $7 temporarily, and then more Sea and Sky appears. But it recovers really quickly. But all right, so let me just go over the effect. So it seems like when I look at the loose pack price now, there weren't that many sales yesterday because it kind of varies based on when ripper shippers will purchase the packs. But I've been seeing more of this. I've been seeing more of minimum order of packs, please. So people are writing in the description, please order a minimum number of packs or else it'll be canceled because TCG Player doesn't enforce that. But when I look at the packs available, it's like it's pretty heavy, like 380 and then 1,000. I'll skip that one. 1,200 and then like 450. So a lot of it seems like there's like scalper undercutting some extent, but scalpers only take like some minimum amount of packs, and like you just know that a lot of these people like they just with Sam stuff they got a bunch of Sea and Sky, or they got a deal off some local deal or whatever. But either way, like got from scalpers to someone's hands, whether the scalpers or not, and you just know they broke it down, save space, because like this is massive, and right now they're not willing to go to like $6 a pack, but you like what I used to see is that these would be sort of middle tier, like they would be like lower a little bit. Um, but it seems like Crown Zenith is like hot enough right now that it's like okay, we'll keep it around 650 a pack. And then occasionally it's sort of like when they get a little impatient, it'll go a little less. But it seems like the tolerance is around the six something mark or mid six 650 670. That's kind of where we're at. It's really obvious right now because all of them end up being kind of the top like list on this page. But yeah, this is it's kind of the effect of Sea and Sky, and they're kind of driving the lowest price of the market right now. and this applies for local deals too. Um, like it's not necessarily the scalpers that are doing it. It's like Pokemon is releasing Zenith guys, so obviously like currency go like less. But this is sort of the effect of since all the packs are concentrated in like a few people, it makes the price a little more expected in a sense. Um, but yeah, this is sort of what I'm seeing with the pack pricing. I don't know if that fully made sense. Um, and you'll see some variation between more Zenith guy will be bought directly, or the loose packs will be bought. So yeah, crowns like seeing guys will dip up and dip back down. Um, it says like 91 here, but that's from like one seller with no sales. So I just chose back to 94. So I do the averages again. Yeah, the loose packs are still technically cheaper for the most part. Because you get less stuff basically. And I want to just look at yeah, the bundles are not selling as well anymore. The demand seems to be going I want to say down. Actually, in the last 3 months, they've been going up. And then January, actually, this whole period's been kind of higher than normal. It just seems more sporadic right now. Maybe, maybe not. And then, but it seems like for ETBs, demand, like, it kind of has these slower periods, and the last 2 days were kind of slower. Okay. So, 151. 151, there weren't actually that many changes. The most notable change for me, actually, was that the poster collections went to 3886, and I've never seen them this high. Like even 37, I kind of noticed this first when they reached 37, and it was like pretty consistent. Um, before like I was used to seeing poster collections like cheaper than loose pack prices, but since poster collections haven't been available, like they haven't been reprinting them. They've been reprinting bundles, but not um poster collections. I think that they've actually become starting to become more valuable. Actually, let me do the math. 37 times 2. Yeah, their price per pack wise are becoming more valuable than the booster bundles because the booster bundles are. I still honestly prefer the booster bundle if I was holding long term, just because they're more convenient to store. And the future when people want to open packs, they're gonna look at booster bundles instead of poster collections. But yeah, because the bundles are getting printed a lot and they're just packs, the posters are actually gaining more value as like an actual product because they have 151 cards and they have a poster, and the poster itself probably is also sellable. I don't know if I still have it. I'll just how much is the poster selling for? Um, Actually, yeah, the poster is actually no, it's still the lowest thing on the list. The posters, people are trying to sell the posters for like $8. So that's about the market price of the posters and promos. Um, but other than that, the PCTV went $5, so it's close back to like 400. And the binder collection finally went down after being like 165, so it went up to a high of like 170. And I think now that supply is being introduced to market just a little bit, it's going back down, which is kind of to be expected. UPCs are also going down to demand. They were pretty strong, and pack prices nothing crazy with packs. But yeah, 151. Oh yeah, the binders are still being sold. I saw a video yesterday talking about how like 151. Um, you might never see cheap one English 151 again. And in the video they said that happened like this nostalgianomics. They said that it's actually happened to Hidden Fates. Hidden Fates went up to like 300 ETB, and it just I think it did drop, but it like never went bounce back down to like MSRP. And since 151 is close to the end of its like likely print run, because it was released a while ago. Um, Unless they deliver, like they might do like smaller print runs in the future, but they might just stop because it's it's so old at this point, or it's getting older. Like I'm not gonna say it's so old because but it's getting older. Like it doesn't like prismatic. You know that it's very likely to go back down at some point, but especially with the reprint news, the 151, it's like they've already had a lot of it. Although they are still printing Crown Zenith, which is older. Um, and not to say there won't be any more 151 reprints, but there might not be enough for the price to go down. Same thing with Crown Zenith. You might not see $5 a pack again. It's more likely for Crown Zenith though. I feel like. Right, anyway, Prismatic. I'm getting a little long-winded here, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up. So Prismatic, I'm just gonna like the prices first. So these are the main differences. Oh, the PCTBs have gone up to 300, so they've recovered. So yeah, it's I guess it's not that surprising. Like the PCTBs, like there's no more supply of them, like from Pokemon or anything. So they definitely have value. The EV promo card, and the packs are getting more valuable too. But it brings it up to $27 a pack, not including the promo calculations. So yeah, it's it was at 400, I believe, when before release day. Yeah, it was like three. Is that seven? Oh my god, is that 700 at some point? I kind of forgot about that. This was when there was very little on the market on TCG Player, but it was 400 very consistently. I got to 385, and then around release day, it just dropped to 230 and then 270. So yeah, we're back to 300. So yeah, I told you guys Prismatic is going kind of strong. The main thing Prismatic that like doesn't look strong is that when I look at some of the coins being bought for some of these lower the 3 pack stuff, the amount being bought isn't very high sometimes. Um, I think a lot of it gets funneled through the loose packs. But yeah, if everything was selling like pretty well, then yeah, I'd say Prozac is like too strong, but then the price would probably be higher. But yeah, there is resistance for the 3 pack things because sometimes they don't really buy that many compared to supply. But yeah, packs are doing well, like 381 out of like that's actually about a quarter of the market, 381, and so yeah, packs are getting more expensive, and the resistance is going away because people who need the packs are like, I need the packs. What am I gonna do? I need to rip these. Um, so they're gonna buy them. ETBs went down like a little bit, not that big of a deal. There's still a good amount of ETBs on the market compared to um, amount being bought, but that makes sense. People don't necessarily want to open ETBs all the time, but packs are going to be a big necessity. Um, Yeah, this is a PCTB selling going up to 300. The mini tin displays as not that surprising, but it's like a good sign that it's a good cross check. They're about the same price. Went down 40 cents, no big deal. They dropped from like 280, 290 or something. But yeah, like they're still quite cheap price per pack, so it doesn't really make sense for them to drop anymore. In fact, like any prismatic products, like the lowest price per pack here is like 11.50 for 3 pack things. So I'll just multiply that by 16. Like it's still like like pack wise, it doesn't make sense for it to be less than 185. Um, and then like just the whole like the wrapping, like it's a great collector's item. It doesn't make sense for it to drop that much. It's like too valuable. Um, and the amount being bought 42 out of the amount of coin, that's about 1/3. So like it's not like there's an infinite amount of these. Like about 1/3 is being bought every day. The surprise boxes went back up. Not surprising. I want to look at the eBay prices of the cards for a sec, but like the short summary is like I didn't really see any card less than $25. So when you do the math, like yeah, like Um, okay, I'll just go through that now. So like when I go through these sold listings, like this is like a 28, this is a 50, 29. This is really this is damaged. So Umbreon is like 95. This is $30. This is like 26. This is 30. Um, this is 30. This is 25. So it's like I don't see any like most of the listings, even at the low price, is like $30. So you just do the math. It doesn't really make sense for this to stay low because the value is higher. Like you can just open the boxes. Like especially if you're a rip and shipper, you could buy surprise boxes. You could open the boxes. You can sell the packs, so you make the profit on that, and then you can like sell the promo. It's just like you make money, especially if you can sell the promo on the stream. And then be like, oh, it's gonna be Umbreon, just hype up the Umbreon basically. But yeah, like there's not really a reason for these to be so low. I don't really see them getting restocked that much, but it's still kind of close to release day. But yeah, the amount being bought did decrease. It was like in the hundreds and now 72. But 72, yeah, that's a lower amount. That's it's like 1/7. It's like 10 to 15% are sold a day. Um, these pouches they haven't moved at all, and they're not really relevant anytime soon. They're releasing April, but a good amount of them were bought yesterday for some reason. I don't really know why. Um, and then the tins are selling to some extent. The Umbreon is more popular, but also the booster bundles are going down in price, and it makes sense because they're very expensive price per pack wise. And we didn't see this happen as much in the last release day for like the 2/7 mark, and that's because they were specialty items. Like surprise boxes and mini tins didn't really drop until like kind of release day. But booster bundles, they are dropping like more quickly, more sooner because they've been like 105 for the longest time, and I think people are starting to realize that they have to like undercut each other a little bit to make the sale because otherwise bundles are going to cost less when release day happens. At release every prospect release day, the price has been lower because the prices are inflated for these higher items because they're still at the initial pre-release prices. And so it just makes sense that this is going to go down. Um, all right. So, and then joining together, there's not really much change. PCTBs, sometimes you see cheap ones, sometimes you see more expensive ones. Like this is pretty cheap at like 180. But then this one's like 200 again. This is like 212. This is like so actually the lower price for PCTB is about 180, 190. Um, Sometimes you get these double deals, which is like 160 or 170. This is 230. This is 250. Yeah, I'd say the lowest PC to be selling for is usually like 170 if you get like a bulk deal, or like 180, 190 for a single ETB. Um, yeah, joining together, there's like not really any change. The 3 pack blisters went up to like $30. They were like $25 before, but there's still a little market data for them that like it's not really significant. But yeah, this is the data for booster boxes, ETBs, and booster bundles. And then just some quick things, like a lot of you may have already heard this, but the Team Rocket set is being called Destined Rivals. And yeah, I made a video about how like these cars might be joining together because I just saw like the trainers. It just seems to make sense. But it seems like Pokemon doesn't care, and they are just putting these sets together anyway. And then someone also commented that it's confirmed not because Pokemon announced that this Heatwave Arena would be in the Rocket set, but because the number of rares like secret rares or SIRs like Rs all that all match the ones in Battle Partner or something like that. I didn't actually double check the numbers. And so it just makes more sense for us to be in the Team Rocket set. So sorry for that video. Yeah, like Pokebeach said that it would probably be in the Team Rocket set, but just it makes sense to me. And yeah, besides that, there's no like confirmed saying that it'll be in Heatwave Arena. Um, but yeah, look out for that. It's starting to I'm starting to be a little iffy about this set because there's like a comment here saying that like it seems like maybe there's less rocket Pokemon than we think. It might be less rocket themed than we think it is, and so it just won't be. It just might not be as good as we think it is. But there are some good Pokemon, so I don't really know. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thanks, guys. Bye.